Hey, what's up, and welcome to the SMA Marketing Minute, where each week we take a different aspect of online marketing, digital marketing, and break it down a little bit and give you practical advice that you can apply directly to your online marketing strategy. Today we're going to be looking at 5 different business factors that directly impact your SEO strategy. Let's go.
I'm going to hit the brakes, he'll fly right by.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
I was hanging.
Hey, 10 points for our fearless leader.
That's not an option. You got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it, you make it work for you. You never give up, man. That's my philosophy.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Welcome to the SMA Marketing Minute.
So if you took a pause for a moment and did a quick search online around SEO or the quickest way to rank your site online, you'd find hundreds of millions of pieces of content around the topic of SEO. There's a lot of people that have a lot of different opinions on how it works. And today I'm not going to get into those opinions. I'm not going to get into the top 5 best practices for ranking your site. I want to get into the simple things, the things that are oftentimes overlooked, but actually probably have the most weight when it comes to whether or not you have success in your search engine strategy, your search engine plan. And that's the business factors that impact your strategy. If you're doing SEO in one vertical, it's going to look very different than another. Yes, there are some things that are very similar across the board. Yes, search engine algorithms look for certain things that are important, like links and content. But there's a lot of other things that go into it as well. It's just not those 2 ranking signals. There's hundreds of different ranking signals. But really what you need to understand first is your industry and how your business model is really going to impact how you use SEO and how you're going to get found online. So let's get into those 5 business factors that are going to impact your SEO strategy. So number 1, your business model. How does your business generate revenue? Are you looking to sell products online? If you're an e-commerce site, you're going to have a very, very different approach to SEO as if you're a brick and mortar or local business. So understanding your revenue stream is actually going to help you understand how people are searching for you. You know, a person who is an e-commerce site and maybe you're selling bow ties, you're going to want to really rank for terms that buy bow ties online. But if you're a boutique in a downtown location, maybe you're not selling those products online, but you might say, you know, local boutique or, you know, buying bow ties or finding the right bow ties. So maybe it's going to be more of a content strategy because your revenue source isn't going to be online. So really you have to come back to what's the purpose of your site and how does that impact your business model and the way you structured your revenue generation. And once you understand that, then you can start to really build a strategy around that. Again, e-commerce is going to be very different than a local site, very going to be different than a corporate site, and so on and so forth. So understanding what your revenue model is and what you're trying to target and who you're trying to target, and then deconstructing that and understanding the purpose of your website. Maybe you're trying to drive somebody like the local shop to the brick and mortar location, whereas an e-commerce store wants you to drive you to the store to make a transaction online. So this leads us right into our next business factor, and it's who's your audience. Understanding who you're targeting is going to be extremely important because it's going to determine the type of content you have, the way you build your site. Are you going to have a shopping cart built in if you're targeting customers looking to buy online? Do you need to have local directions? Do you need to have your phone number if you're trying to drive somebody in store? Maybe you're just a content-driven site and you want to do sign-up forms. So understanding who your audience is essential to building a campaign and a strategy that works. Again, you're going to have different strategies based on your business model, the way you generate revenue, and who your audience is and how they interact with your site, with your businesses, and your competition online. So competition, that's the next thing you've got to understand. Who are you going up against? Are there other people in your niche, in your industry that are also using online or digital marketing in a very effective way? Are they investing in SEO? Are they ranking well for really high powerful terms. Maybe you need to look at some of the terms on the outside that they haven't done so much focusing in on. So understanding who your competition is, again, that's another business factor that's going to really determine how you approach your SEO strategy. Maybe your competition isn't doing such a good job on search, then you can gain a lot of momentum and really cut into their market share simply by investing in a search strategy that targets your customers right where they're at, answering the problems and the questions that they have online. The next business factor we want to look at is branding, and how is your brand being represented online? Are you ranking for your branded terms? Are you ranking for your own business name? It's amazing how many companies and businesses don't. There's a lot of similar business names out there that aren't even in the same industry. And when somebody who's looking for your brand online, you want to make sure that they can find you right away. Because if they go online and they search your brand and they don't even see you there ranking for your own name, they really start to question your credibility and your trustworthiness. So understanding who's ranking for those terms, who's ranking around your brand, and making sure that you are really dominating that space and really owning that space. Because again, depending on who you're going against for those branded terms, your strategy is going to be a little bit different. So we're always making sure that your company, that your brand is showing up for your own name, for your own search terms, and even things that are closely related to your brand can be very helpful for those people who maybe don't actually know everything about your business, but kind of know enough just to search for your brand name alone. The last one is understanding how people who need the products and services that you provide search online. What types of questions are they asking? How do they interact with sites online? What are other types of sites that they're interested in and that they really derive value from, that they go to research products and services like yours? Understanding how your user base acts will really help you develop a content strategy that's going to really specifically target them. It's also going to help you know where you need to get your content in order to get in front of those customers, in front of those prospects, those people who are searching for products and services like yours. SEO is so much more than just on-page tweaking and strategy and cleaning up, as well as link building. Yes, those are huge and they play a really big role, but you also need to make sure that you understand the business factors that are associated with what you're trying to accomplish. They are going to play a huge role in the strategy and how you implement that strategy to see success long term. A lot of people just jump right into a contract with an SEO agency that promises them content and links, but they don't ever take the time to really do persona development, understand your business model, and build a plan that's really strategic and focused on you. That's one thing that we always do here at Shelley Media Arts. We begin with strategy. Before we start building content, before we build links, before we touch anything on the site, we start to understand and get to know the businesses. And it's because of that we're able to see success long term. So if your business is looking to get started with a search strategy, make sure that you understand the business factors involved. And if you've got any questions about that and how you can implement that on your site, or maybe you just need some help building those strategies out, feel free to contact us. Send us a comment below. You can shoot us an email at ryan@smamarketing.net. That's my email, and I will answer you directly and help get you started. We've also got a ton of resources on our site, so go ahead and check those out as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until next time, happy marketing. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. It really means a lot. If you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button below. That way, every time I post a new video, you'll be one of the first people to know. You can also check us out on our website where I write blogs every single week, or follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for connecting with us, and happy marketing.